On the second day of his tour of Teso region, the president officially opened the Kyoga Cotton Company Limited located in Soroti town. Kyoga Cotton Company belongs to the House of Dauda, who are dealing in foods like Britannia biscuits, Britannia confectionery, and splash fruit juices. This time, the House of Dauda took the government's call of investing in agro-industries in rural areas like Soroti, where they put Kyoga Cotton Soroti Generate.
The Deputy Speaker of Parliament of Soroti, the Chairman El-Sifai, Mr. Dauda, as if you take over.
After opening the House of Dauda Cotton Company Limited, President Museveni had a conducted tour around the complex where he started with a small display of food biscuits and beverages which is squeezed out of fruits like mangoes and passion fruits.
And here is some of this is just to present some of the projects which we do.
I am interested in this.
Yeah, this is the fruit juice plant, the most modern plant which we have put in Kampala.
What is out of
Tetra Pak. This is black carrot. The passion.
was plenty for climate?
Yes, but we haven't really.
We can have passion and pineapple.
The main thing is the passion and pineapple which we process. And mango. And mango from Soroti.
Ah, wait. So this one?
This is the passion. We get the hybrid from SSR.
You get
the passion fruit itself.
Putunda.
Putunda. Yes.
And then you squeeze it?
We squeeze it.
We take the pulp out and coagulate it to make it drink.
And then mangoes?
Mangoes we have used from Soroti and from India. Because
Why from India? You're going to get all
because
of
there
them
is
from
not
here?
enough. So now we are having
be enough?
Yes, now there will be enough because we are
Will be too
now
much?
motivating the farmers to grow more because they never knew that it can be made into such a nice drink.
Of course it can.
And now we are motivating them and we expect that we will have more.
Where is this factory?
In Kampala.
In Kampala, Kenya, we are extending an invitation to come and see this
And
one.
how about the pineapples?
We also process
This one here?
Yes.
Everything here in Kenya.
Thank you. When did you start?
About a year and a half.
Year and a half back.
I'm very happy. I will give you all the support.
Thank you.
Whatever support you need, I will give you.
This is the artificial concentrate, which have been imported from Kenya all this time.
No,
We are just
we are
trying
going to
to
make all of them here.
No, but this is a fresh.
No, but we also make this here.
Just get me the list.
Yes.
Yeah.
You constitute,
Yes, we make everything.
but I want to grow
The growing is here.
the raw material, even for this.
Yes. And also this even the tomatoes also. So we use local tomatoes
From Kampala?
from Kampala, sir.
Oh, look at this wonderful people. This is very good. It's what I've been looking for a long time.
This is the chili, this is the tomato, and this is the ketchup, the upper
But
market.
for tomatoes, you have got enough supplies.
Enough supply.
But it's
No
too much.
problem. No problem.
And what's this?
This is again ready to drink in cup. Cheaper product.
What's this?
This is artificial,
Just artificial
water, flavored water. And these are some petroleum jellies, which we have started making also in Uganda.
What are the base materials?
The base material is the petroleum jelly, which it has to be.
It's a petroleum product within the imported.
But the biscuits are all made here,
Out of what?
out of wheat flour, sugar, and fat.
Fat of what? Now, the other area are cashew nuts. Are you aware of that?
We will plenty cashew nuts in Coast Province at Malindi, Mombasa. So here last week I told these people cashew nuts is the best crop and a good international market.
What are you going to do about that in the future?
We are surveying the market, sir, here. And we believe there was an old factory which we are going to look at seriously.
The government one?
Yes. Those are for you, sir.
These are the some
Kyoga Cotton Company Limited in Soroti is the company's greenfield project with a $4.5 million investment. This cotton ginnery will be able to produce 400 bales a day. The ginnery is capable of processing machine-picked cotton and thus a step forward in modernization of cotton ginning industry. It will give direct and indirect employment to hundreds of people and will build the lost confidence of farmers of Teso region, as well as it will strengthen the economy. The House of Dawood have plans of future expansion into oil milling or refining animal feeds and soap production.
Well, I would like to salute these new investors for coming here to make money for themselves and also make money for us. They have what we did not have. We also have what they did not have. What they have are a number of factors. First of all, they know the markets, where to sell the cotton abroad. They have got linkage. Secondly, they have worked for many years and they have already saved money, which they can invest in machinery and in civil works, as you see here. And they also have expertise in processing and especially in management. So this is what the House of Dawood have brought in, and we salute them for those three things they have brought in. Knowledge of markets abroad, savings which are able to give them machinery and able to build the civil works, and an entrepreneurial spirit. On our side, we have always had our own contribution. The land has always been here. The people were always here. Now, we can use advantage of these people to make money for ourselves. There was some growing of cotton in the past, although they are fond of saying, oh, we had a glorious history, we were growing cotton. If you examine carefully, really, the growing of cotton at that time, although it was a bit more than now, but it was really quite backward, even at that time. If, for instance, you looked at the yield, what was the yield per acre at that time? The yield today per acre is 250 kilograms of seed cotton. Is it seed cotton? Seed cotton. And I think that was the yield even in the past, the glorious past we are talking about. This is very low yield. This is very low yield. With improved methods of production, we should be able to produce 1,500 kilograms per acre. In the case of Kasese, this is for Eastern region. In the case of Kasese, we can even go up to 3,000 kilograms per acre because of the volcanic soils on that side. So therefore, the coming of these friends here gives us a chance to revolutionize agriculture, to completely change agriculture for our own benefit and for the benefit of the whole economy of Uganda. The second point I would like to point out is that people were a bit apprehensive about our policy of privatization. They were saying, oh, but you are selling government factories. And you remember I was very firm. I said, I am selling these government factories because they are dead bodies. These factories owned by the government were inefficient, were being run by people who were after their own interests. They were not after public interests. So they were not sustainable. That's why I stood very firmly. As usual, I said they must be sold. And then people said, but what will happen? What will happen is that you said these ones, new people will come up. By burying these old factories, we have got new ones now. And these are more healthy, more vigorous, better managed than the old ones, which were owned by the cooperatives and by the parastatals. Therefore, our strategy of privatization was correct. Therefore, for now, the correct policy, given the fact that our population are still, a big portion are still illiterate, the best policy is to rely on private companies like these ones. Because this one cannot cheat himself. If he cheats himself, he goes bankrupt. So no problem. But you can cheat a cooperative, you can cheat a government, and the government will pump more money, will tax people. You know, the business collapses, and instead of the business collapsing completely, then we tax Mr. Kaguta, who is looking after his cows, who has nothing to do with the factory, is taxed in order to come and support this factory, which has lost money. So we call this in economics, we call it rationalization. We are bringing rationality into the production process. That is why we privatized all these enterprises, so that the private people, the private owners, look after these factories efficiently. Not only are the House of Dawood active in cotton, they're active in fruit processing, tomatoes, mangoes. So now you have got where to sell your mangoes, because they have got a factory in Kampala. When I fly over here, I see that the land is becoming deforested. There are no more forests. And I appeal to the people of Teso, and to the people of Parisa, to the people of Bukedi, to plant trees. Now instead of planting eucalyptus, you can plant mangoes, because mangoes are also trees. You can plant them either as boundary trees, you plant them at the boundary of your land, so that you save the scent of the land for other things, for cotton and for food crops also. So that the mangoes give you income. They also give us forest protection cover. As wind breaks, you know, they will slow down the wind. But you also get income from them, because Mr. Dawood has put a factory for us in Kampala to squeeze juice out of mangoes. So I'm very pleased with the House of Dawood for their investments. And I'm glad I came here today. By next year, you'll see what will be happening. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Oye, oye, oye.